The Game Time Network is proudly sponsored by Matt Gaddis at State Farm. If you need help with car or renter's insurance, Matt Gaddis has you covered. And we are also powered by our friends at Wired to the Nines. For any low voltage needs, reach out to them via email at wiredtothenines@yahoo.com. And don't forget about our friends over at Bigsy Sports Grill. If you're looking for a great time and some great food, head over to Bigsy Sports Grill on Brookville Road in Indianapolis. Thank you to all our sponsors for supporting the Game Time Network.
AR-15 bangs the ball on the rim at the free throw line, gets his own rebound, laces a 2-point bucket to take the lead. Luka, step back, pull up, bang, lace. Bron playing defense last night. This dude.
Don't on the floor.
Hey, give credit where credit is due. That dude balled his butt off. He looked humble. And I'm going to tell you this.
Unselfish.
If in fact he plays this way for the rest of the year, Don't say it. There could be something good out of that. Because you don't see that. Now, mind you, 41, so maybe he can't do it every night.
Yes.
But man, oh man, him being the third wheel, and all they need DeAndre Ayton to do is just rebound the damn ball, man. Rebound the ball, play defense.
I'm telling you.
Stop thinking you're the next coming of Roy Hibbert.
You're not. Be Clint Capella. Be Clint Capella like everyone's been telling you to do.
That was an impressive game on both ends. And I was surprised Murray didn't play very well. Murray is still hurt, right? He fouled out of the game, I think with like 9 points, something like that. He didn't play well. He's got to get himself back, for sure.
Yeah. Well,
hey, he did it, man. Hey, he dove on the floor, man. Give credit where credit is due.
I said I wanted to address this,
so
I'm going to address it right now. I'm going to get my Luka jersey.
Oh Lord!
And we're gonna address the Los Angeles Lakers. It's time for the NBA portion of the show.
I guess you have it.
Bam kind of led us into it, but I want to pull up the standings. Right, man, what a week this has been for the Lakers. It's a feel-good week. We beat the Timberwolves, which got us the 3rd seed. We then beat the Nuggets last night in a great game. Luka Doncic played really well. Austin Reeves is our second option. I am of the belief, and I've been saying this since the start of the year, I think there's no reason to trade AR in the offseason. Let AR and Luka be the two guys. The Lakers are 12-2 now when it's Luka and AR on the floor with no Bron. I'm not saying there was this stupid narrative this week that the Lakers are better without LeBron. I'm not getting into that. Because I didn't do the research to prove this. LeBron is 41 years old. If we need LeBron to be the defining factor of why this team wins basketball games, then there's an issue when we have Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. That's all I'm gonna say. We should be 11-2 when it's just Luka and AR. If we're not winning without LeBron, there's a serious issue, right? Okay, like Laker fans need to get a grip, and they also need to get a grip with this. What seed were we last year, Daryl, when the playoffs started?
I think it was the 3rd or 4th, right?
It was the 3rd seed. And I want to nip this in the bud right now. We were not the 3rd seed because of Luka Doncic. We were the 3rd seed before we had Luka. I probably watched more Lakers game before the Luka trade than after the Luka trade because that roster with LeBron and AD was playing some of the best basketball of his career in that stretch, and LeBron was playing like LeBron. It was doing really well. D'Lo was playing well. Everybody on the roster was doing their job. And I had full confidence in that roster that maybe we get a Western Conference Finals appearance. I said at best 2nd round exit, but maybe we could squeak in a WCF appearance if possible. So I believe last year, the reason we were the 3rd seed was off the back of AD and LeBron. Now, obviously, Lucas kept us afloat, and then we got Dorian Finney-Smith, but that roster was never good enough to compete for a championship or a Western Conference Finals appearance. And Anthony Edwards said, I'm going to show you why you're not competent enough, and he did just that. So props to Ant. I'll always support Ant. But looking at this roster, I think if right now we would play the Nuggets, man, I'm going to be honest, I don't know if we're beating Denver. I get we beat them last night, but they had no Jamal Murray. And for some reason,
well, they did have him. He's not. I don't think he's 100% healthy. He fouled out with like 9 points.
Look, I want my revenge on the Nuggets really bad. We lost to him in the WCF, and then we lost to him in the first round.
I want my revenge.
I want Denver. I want my revenge against Denver, but man, I don't want to play them, right? But I am of the belief right now that this team is still a first round exit. I love my Lakers, right? If anything, I have more confidence in my Lakers than I will in any other team because screw the Dallas Cowboys. But
hey.
We're going to talk about them too. We'll end this off with some offseason NFL talk because I did like the moves the Cowboys made, even though they were minimal. But right now, like I said, if I was the Lakers, I'm fine with probably playing Houston and Denver. I really don't want to play Minnesota, even though we beat Minnesota this week. I am coming around on the fact that we could maybe win in the first round, but I am still, 7-game series. If somebody told me I like Houston, Minnesota, and Denver over the Lakers in 7 games, who am I to argue? I just think the roster is still a little weak on the defensive side of the ball. Now, this doesn't go against the fact that I think Luka has shown more effort on the defensive side of the ball. Offensively, we're still a juggernaut with AR and Luka. I don't know how it's going to pan out. If you asked me a couple weeks ago before the deadline, I would have said, yeah, we're a guaranteed first-round exit. You ask me now a couple weeks after, looking at us at 8-2 on a 5-game win streak, I'm a little more lenient. I'm more about 60-40. 40% says we get through the first round. 60% says, we're probably losing in the first round in like 6 or 7 games because you're going to have a tough matchup either way it goes. You either get the Nuggets, you either get the Timberwolves, or you either get the Rockets because I don't think the Suns are going to be in – I think the Suns are going to be in the play-in. I don't think anyone – is going to I don't think none of these 4 teams, Lakers through Nuggets, are dropping out of the play-in or dropping to the play-in. So I like how the Lakers look. I still don't think this roster is competent enough to get a Western Conference Finals appearance. And last but not least, Laker fans, you guys got to get a grip. To say we're better without LeBron or we're not better without LeBron, yes, Marcus Smart has been a great addition. I said that in the offseason. Daryl was like, he's 47. I understand that. But he has brought an energy off the bench that this team has been surely needed. Like, this was surely missing from him. I'm not asking him to hit threes, but when he can hit a couple, that's fine. But his lightning rod, he's our lightning rod off the bench. Thank you, Corey, for bringing that up. That has probably been my favorite player on the roster, other than obviously the top guys, is Marcus Smart. I like how the Lakers look. Hopefully we can get through the first round. But, boy, after that, he ain't getting through the Spurs. He ain't getting through the Spurs. He ain't getting through the Thunder. Unless DeAndre Ayton says, you know what, I'm going to go out there and I'm not going to do nothing else but guard Wemby, not a shot. But I like our chances in the first round, but it's going to be a dogfight whoever we play in the first round. Unless it's Denver, because Denver seems a little shaky right now. Their role players aren't playing the best. So we'll see what happens. Daryl, anything you want to say about the Lakers before we go to another team?
Still a lot to be said, right? Marcus Smart has continued to get better for as the seasons come along defensively. He balled out last night. He picked my man's pocket late in the 4th, which was crazy, and got to the cup with a layup. That was impressive. I'm telling you, I'm liking what the Lakers are doing, man. I mean, listen, I'm not a Laker fan, but I'm liking what they're doing. But we got to make sure as you look at this, you got to be careful of pumping your brakes because if they get on a 3-game losing streak, they can be 7th in the West. Yep. So just like last year, I swear to you, this looks just like last season.
Yeah.
Except the teams have changed. Spurs weren't there, obviously, but big picture wise, Lakers, Rockets, Timberwolves, Nuggets in that area. I think the Clippers were up in that area replacing the Suns. But all in that area, you're talking about 3 to 7 could be the difference of 2 to 3 games. So there's a lot of basketball still to be played. You're talking about they play 67 games. They've got 15 big. 15 big games left, and a lot can change in that. And to your point, LeBron's 41 years old. Listen, if he gets hurt and he's out, I'm not saying that they can't win without him, all this stuff like that, but he's better with you. You're better with him than without him.
And that was the narrative on Twitter this week was.
I think they're better with him with that. You have a guy you'll get calls. He's going to get calls for sure.
After we beat the Timberwolves, everybody on Lakers Twitter, some people on Lakers, and somebody broke this down real simple for me when it comes to Laker fans, right? There's Laker fans like me. I don't care who's on the team. I care about the Lakers, right? And then you have the Kobe fans where oh, it doesn't matter what Luka does, or it doesn't matter what Bron does. Kobe's always going to be the greatest.
Well, they're fans of the player, not the team. That's right?
Yeah,
and LeBron fans are very similar.
And that's where I was getting to. And then you have LeBron fans where, oh, this team needs LeBron. This team really doesn't need LeBron. I'm ready for LeBron to be gone, if you want me to be quite honest with you, because he's holding up $56 million. That's the only reason why I want him gone. $56 million. We could go. That's a max contract spot that he's holding up, and he's 41 years old. But other than that, there's a LeBron figurine right there on my dresser to block my dresser's a mess, so I used it to block it. But I like I'm a Laker fan. I'm not a Luka fan. I am a Kobe fan, but that doesn't get in the way of what I want. I want the Lakers to win championship after championship after championship. All right, that's what I want. So, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to the Western Conference Finals, because that's not how I feel. I will always say it. I'm the most realistic Laker fan you will ever meet, because I have been saying it since the start of the year. I don't think this team is capable of a Western Conference Finals appearance. I don't even think they're capable of a first round. I don't think they're capable to get into the second round. But if you ask me today, right now, as an 8-2 in their last 10 and on a 5-game win streak, which is the second hottest in the West behind the Thunder, I like our chances to maybe get out of the first round.